we're going to break down Another Brick in the Wall Part 2, the classic Pink Floyd song. From a guitarist's perspective, this is just heaven. There's a really cool octave riff, kind of follows the vocal line, some really funky chords, shows you how chords can be used to make riffs. Don't forget you can grab the tabs and chord diagrams and charts for this over on our Patreon page at patreon.com/SoundHutchMusic. But for now, let's just jump in. We're going to start off with that vocal riff played on the guitar. So we're going to build it from the A string and the 5th fret. We're playing over a D minor chord, and the root note of that is a D. And we also play an octave higher. So we have 5 on the A and 7 on the G. Now I use my 1st and 3rd fingers. For those of you that don't use a plectrum, you might want to use your thumb for a down kind of motion or downward pluck, and your index finger to trigger that G string coming up towards you. Now that shape is going to get you through this entire intro, this vocal thing, because we just moved that around. Now I would actually suggest going the Dave Gilmour route and using a plectrum. Now we're going to strum or kind of rake over the A, D and G string. Now you might have clocked there that my D string is muted. My index finger is deliberately touching that D string, so when I strum it and pluck through it, it doesn't vibrate. Okay, so we hit 5. Then we move up to 7 with the index finger, and the G string with the 3rd finger has gone up to 9. And then we go up to 8 and 10. 8 on the A, 10 on the G. So that's the first 3 things we've got. And then we come back down after a quaver rest, half beat rest, and we play 7 on the A and 9 on the G again. That's bar 1. So we've gone. Then we come back down and play 5 on the A and 7 on the G again. Then we move up and we play 7 on the A, 9 on the G. Up a fret to 8 on the A, 10 on the G. Then back down to 7 on the A and 9 on the G. And we let that ring. That's the first 2-bar phrase. We get. Okay, now my 1st finger of my fretting hand is actually also deliberately touching that low E string. So I can actually strum through the bottom 4 strings, E, A, D and G. But I'm only going to hear the fretted notes, so the A and G string notes, that octave shape. Okay, once more, first 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if you were playing this in a band and you just had one guitarist, the most important thing for the guitarist is this kind of funky strum on the D minor. But it is fun to have one guitarist playing that octave riff. If you can, fill it in with that D minor riff. Okay, but if you're just going to concentrate for now on the vocal riff, we've got a bit more work to do, because after we've gone 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7, we come back and we play a variation. It starts off the same, so it's 5, 7, 8, 7 again. So that's 5 on the A, 7 on the A, 8 on the A, quaver rest, 7 on the A. But it finishes ever so slightly differently. Now we go 5 on the A with the 7 on the G, 7 on the A with the 9 on the G, 8 on the A, 10 on the G. Okay? So that time it's. So it ends on that F natural happening there. Okay. Let's stick both of those phrases together so we get the full figure. 1, 2, play now, and. Here it comes again. 3, go. Okay, the whole thing's in repeats, so you're going to do that twice. Now, if you can kind of move to that D minor chord quickly, you could put that in the middle there, where that rest is, that gap. I'll show you how to kind of approach the D minor with the strumming in a moment. Okay, once more on that main vocal riff. 1, 2, 3, 4. there's your vocal riff. Really good use of that octave interval we've seen in some of our other videos recently. Really great to practice that kind of muting of unwanted, kind of vibrating strings as well, and that movable shape. Awesome. Okay, I'd be playing along with the original as well. Find a good live version maybe with Pink Floyd. Play along with Dave Gilmour's parts, or just get yourself on Spotify or YouTube or wherever you listen to music and get playing along with that vocal intro. Okay, let's talk about the chords. Don't forget chord charts and kind of the tabs are over on our Patreon site at patreon.com/soundhookmusic. Now, the chord riff we get is based around a D minor at the start of the kind of chordal situation. So, Dave Gilmour plays it. He uses the A minor shape as a bar chord up at the 5th fret. I'll explain what that means in a moment. First thing we need to do is bar 5 strings with our index finger. Kind of barring etiquette says to get up close to the fret wire, so the 5th fret. Use the outside edge of your index finger slightly, so it's not completely on the flat. It's ever so slightly kind of turned that way, so we've got a smaller surface area. Check out the creases of your knuckles. I haven't got any strings going under them that are going to be muted. You might have to do some adjustments kind of upwards or downwards. If you're new to bar chords, this is a great tune to start out on. Little exercise I always recommend is taking that bar and moving it around the neck. Maybe the dotted fret, so 3, 5, 7, 9. Trying to get a good clean sound, yeah? Okay, I'm going to assume you're okay with the bar chord though from now on. So, 2nd finger, 6th fret B. 3rd finger, 7th fret D. Pinky, 7th fret G. Oh look, in there lives our 5 on the A, 7 on the G, that octave we started with. Anyway, I digress. So, there's our D minor. Now that's a movable shape, so you could move that down 2 frets and it would be a C minor. Or you could move it up to the 7th and it would be an E minor. So it's really worth persevering with that shape if you haven't played it yet. But you're getting to grips with it. Okay, here's what we're going to strum. On that D minor chord, we stay on it and we do this. Down, up, down, down, down. So it's down, up, down, down, down to start with, and we do that twice. I'll demonstrate and then I'll go into some more specifics. So, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. Okay, so the first down, up, down is a long strum for the first down, and then a quick up down at the end. It's a dotted quaver and then 2 semiquavers. Down, up, down. Then we release the pressure from the chord to stop the string from vibrating. So have another listen. Silence. And then we hit down, down on beats 3 and 4. So it's 1, 3, 4. And those 2 down strums that finish off the bar are clipped, the quavers. So as soon as you strum them, release the pressure. So we get down, up, down, 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 and again. That's it. If you wanted to put that in the gaps of the vocal phrase, okay, after we played that twice, down, up, down, down, down. We're going to play a variation on that. We're going to start again with down, up, down. And this time, it's down, up, down, up. So we get down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, so there's an extra strum in there. After the down on 3, there's an up. And after the down on 4, there's an up. I'll show you again. Down, up, down, down, up, down, up. And we do that twice. So the whole 4-bar phrase would be down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And then down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Okay, now it's that kind of funk guitar rhythm where you're constantly moving your hand down, up, 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 down, up. We can add some mutes in. Dave Gilmour does. So we can add some scratches in. So, sorry, after that rest, after the down, up, down, we get scratch, scratch, down, up, scratch, scratch, down. Let me show you that slowly. So it's scratch, scratch, down, up, scratch, scratch, down, up. And with all of this, focus on the top 4 strings. So from the D, G, B and E. It's okay if you want to hit all 5, but we're focusing on the kind of treble side of that with the D string kind of added. So we get A, D, G, B and E available, but concentrate as much as you can on your plectrum just hitting the top 4 strings. So we get the bass guitar is going to be playing that low D note in the root. So if we catch it, it's not a problem, but you can be focusing on not adding that note in. Okay, let's just go through those that chordal thing again. We'll add in some mutes again, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, and down, up, down. 1 strum again. Down, up, down, down, down. Now some mutes. Cool. So that time, the second time through, we'll buzz 3 and 4. So we're down, up, down, mute, 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 mute. So we've got that. Got that thick kind of motion where we lift the pressure off the chord and we strum it and we get that nice kind of scratchy Nile Rodgers sound. Okay, once more a bit quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. Now, that's a 4-bar phrase and we do it twice, so that's in repeats. Listening to the song will guide you through the structure of this, but after that we head off to this G chord. We're not going to play it down here or here. We're going to use the D shape with a B natural in the bass. So let me talk you through this shape. It's like a D major moved up 5 frets. Now that is a G major, so we've got 7 on the G, 8 on the B, 7 on the high E, but we're going to bar our first finger across the G, B and E. So we've got 7 on G, 7 on B, 7 on E, with the first finger barring them. Second finger goes an 8 on the B, and then the third finger, to make it an inversion with a G natural in the bass, goes on the 9th fret of the D. Now the strumming here is lovely because it's just alternate down, up, down, up, down, up, down, ups. So it's down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up for each beat. So there's 4 of that in each bar. Let me show you what 1 bar sounds like. So down, up, 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 down, up. Okay? 16 strums in total, alternating 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. And we do that for 4 bars. So we get 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a. Last bar. Alright, and do kind of take note of that shape. You ever see G on a chord progression in a song and it's an electric guitar part and there's a bit of free rein? You can be using that inversion there. G with a B in the bass, delicious, and you can move that shape around. So that would be F with an A in the bass, E with a G sharp in the bass. Yeah, it's gorgeous. And practice that strumming with muted strings if you want. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a, 4 E and a, bar 2, bar 3, bar 4. Alright, with the chord on. There's 1 bar. We do it for 4 bars. Then we get this really funky, that little section. We jump back to a D minor, where we were before, 5th fret with the A minor shape on. So 5 on the A, 7 on the D, 7 on the G, 6 on the B, 5 on the high E. We just hit down, up, down. Then we play a fragment of a D minor up at the 10th fret. So we're thinking of that shape where you've got a kind of E minor, D minor chord up at the 10th fret. So it's 10 on the A, sorry, 10 on the E, 12 on the A, 12 on the D, 10, 10, 10. But we're just gonna hit the top 3 frets. So G, B and E. We're gonna use our 3rd finger. We're gonna hit 1 down strum. So we've gone down, up, down, and we get that with our 3rd finger. Down, up, down. And then we change to a little C major triad. So it's, and there's a rest in between there. Let me show you that shape. 9 on the G with the 2nd finger, 8 on the B and 8 on the E with the index finger barred across them both. That's a movable major triad there. From that shape, C major, there, okay. So we go down, up, down. So that was 10 on the G, B and E. And then 9 on the G, A, 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 or C, think of it as C. So. Then we go back to our 10 on the G, B and E. And we hit it with the same rhythm that we've used at the start of each bar with D minor. Down, up, down. So now we've got... And then C major is 9 on the G, 8 on the B, 8 on the E again. And we hit that twice with down, up. So now we've gone. So down, up, okay? And then we go to a G major. Now we're going to put our first finger across 7 on G, B and E, and our second finger on 8 on the B. And it's down, up, down. Down, up, down. Okay? Let me play everything up to there. So down, up, down. And then we play as a passing chord that shape for the G major. So 7, 8, 7 on the G, B and E. 2 frets lower. It becomes an F. We hit that once. That's a 2-bar phrase. It's the funkiest kind of thing I think Pink Floyd have ever played. It's really tasty. We go. And then down to an F5 power chord. So we're kind of looking at this full F major shape, but we're hitting 1 on the low E, 3 on the A, 3 on the D. And we hit that for a semi-brief. 4 beats, and then we move up to a C5, which is 3 on the A string, 5 on the D, 5 on the G. We hit that for a semi-brief. It's a 4-bar phrase, and we've gone from the top, so. Alright, and I get a little bit slower. And then we go down, up, down. On our D minor, down, 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 up, down, down, down. So what we started out with on D minor, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, down. And then F5 again for a whole bar, C5, and then back to. Alright. Then we play that kind of funk phrase, which is 8 bars long, finishing with the power chords. Okay, so we get. Once more. There we go. And then we're back into. Alright, now that whole form, with the vocal intro and the chordal stuff, the rhythm part, D minor with those. Into G 4 times and then all that stuff twice through. Okay, and then we get the solo, which is that classic, which is maybe for another day, that video. But get those 2 parts down, they are delicious. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope there's plenty to go digging at there. If it went by a little bit quickly, that is exactly why YouTube is amazing. You can rewind, rewind and rewind until you've got those separate parts down and then build them together. That's what all the greats did. They took things, they replayed them and replayed them, slowed them down until they could do it. So get doing that. Enjoy. If you did like that video, please make sure you tell YouTube by clicking like, and if you like what we're doing here, please click subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.